storms. High of 86. Winds out of the northwest 5 to 10 miles per hour. Lows around 66 tonight. Mainly sunny again tomorrow, 88. Hear weather twice an hour or online anytime at DeWittDailyNews.com. Currently, it's 70.
Dave Jackson here, owner of your Save-A-Lot store in downtown Clinton, here to talk to you about our low prices. Our formula is simple. Because of Save-A-Lot's buying power and only carrying the items you use most often, we can save you and your family a ton of money. How much money? The math is simple. $100 to $200 weekly spent elsewhere could mean $2,000 to $4,000 or more in your pocket yearly. Real savings, really fresh, really great people. At your Clinton Save-A-Lot. Hope to see you soon.
Symptoms can't wait? We have the solution. CEO Paul Skowron here from Warner Hospital and Health Services in Clinton. Come to our walk-in clinic inside our family medicine. No appointment, no problem. See our icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
Hey everybody, Buddy Wilson here, your new country financial agent in Clinton. While we can't do anything about insurance industry rate increases, we still offer the best personal service you deserve. Click on my icon on DeWittDailyNews.com.
More than 80 million Americans depend on AM radio for their news, weather, sports, and a community connection. It's the backbone of the emergency alert system. It's critical that we keep AM radio in cars because when cell and internet services are down, this free emergency service could be your only lifeline. Text AM to 52886 and tell Congress we need AM radio in cars.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to stop.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
This is Noah Atkinson, owner of Lincoln Printers and Sign Designs in Lincoln. Small business is the lifeblood of our communities. That's why I'm proud to be the exclusive sponsor of the WHOW WEZC Lincoln Printers Business of the Month.
Waters Construction in Clinton is locally owned by Dave Waters and provides construction and repair services for jobs large or small. From constructing large buildings like the Clinton Save-A-Lot to repair work like replacing the south siding on the WHOW Big Red Barn after wind damage, Waters Construction's reputation is for quality, reputable work. They'll receive a $200 gift certificate good at Lincoln Printers and Sign Designs for being our WHOW WEZC Lincoln Printers Business of the Month. Nominate a business you'd like featured by emailing us at WHOW@randyradio.com.
Lincoln Printers and Sign Designs congratulates this local business for their contribution to our community. And for envelopes, wedding invitations, signs, banners, vinyl wraps, and more, find us at LincolnPrintersInc.com.
8 minutes after 8 o'clock here on this Monday morning. Thanks for being with us from the newsroom of Regional Radio and DeWittDailyNews.com. I'm Seth Lawrence with this expanded local newscast streaming to Facebook and YouTube. It's brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Beacon Insurance agent in Clinton. Local authorities are celebrating the fact we finally got some rain this past weekend, as it was a major concern heading into the 4th of July holiday. However, the authorities are still promoting safety. Clinton Police Chief Ben Lowers reminds those illegal fireworks are not permitted in Illinois, but if you're going to be shooting them off, he heavily advises excessive caution.
While it's a fun time of year, and we certainly appreciate the celebration and adore that, we do have an ordinance, a fireworks ordinance in the city of Clinton that bans fireworks at any time. I will admit that we're a little more relaxed on the 4th of July for those private parties and things like that, letting the kids with the sparklers and stuff. But we have to understand there's a difference between fireworks and consumer novelties, as we refer to them. So, the things that you can buy here locally, the sparklers that virtually don't have an explosive element to them. Okay. Those are novelties. Those are legal to possess. They're legal to let off. It's the fireworks that actually have an explosive element to them. Professional grade fireworks, obviously the mortars can only be administered by a certified explosive expert. Fireworks are banned in the state of Illinois. So, it's not only in the city of Clinton. We utilize a city ordinance for enforcement of that, but they are actually against the law in the state of Illinois. Those things that are purchased legally out of state, where they can be purchased legally, they become illegal once they cross the state line and they're into Illinois.
According to DeWitt County Sheriff Mike Walker, his office is not nearly as bombarded with calls over pyrotechnics. They do still get those calls and respond accordingly as necessary.
Since I can remember, we've had it. It seems like we always kind of have that possibility leading up to, but it seems like we always get some rain a week or two before, or right around that time, and it wet, gets things a little damp and makes it okay. But I've seen on Facebook and in some news articles and stuff, people talking that if we don't get any rain coming up, there's a lot of these communities that are considering canceling their fireworks. I would hope that would tell the public that if the professionals are concerned about it and considering canceling fireworks, that these amateurs that are going to other states and buying these fireworks, that they would reconsider and hold off until it's safer.
Sure.
Obviously in Illinois you're not supposed to be doing that anyway, but people are going to do what they're going to do, and most places don't have the resources to track down everybody shooting off fire bottle rocket or playing with sparklers. Well, we get those calls as well, not as many as the city. Obviously the city is it's a more confined area, and people are doing it more popular, more population and everything. We get those calls, and usually with our area that we have to cover, a lot of times when we get in that area, people don't really know where they're coming from, and then when we get there, they're either done or it's hard to pinpoint where they're coming from or who's doing it. We just ask people to use caution. If it becomes a dangerous situation, we'll come out and tell you, you need to knock it off and that type of thing. But kind of like the city does, we're a little more lenient.
Chief Flowers reminds of the activities on the Clinton Square for this 4th of July and the plans for access to the square.
I was contacted by Josh Thielen several months ago, informing me that his interest in taking over the 4th of July celebration on the square that had been conducted for several years by Celebrate Clinton, and shout out to them for all the wonderful things that they've done over the years. And it's my understanding that, the year prior to COVID was the last year that they had done a full-blown celebration on the square. And so, it's kind of a bring back the past in terms of that celebration. And I'm so glad to see it come back. It's a great community event, great family fun event. Kicks off on the 4th of July at 7 a.m. with a 2.2 mile walk run put on by the Crane Bennett American Legion Post 103. At 7 a.m., the 2.2 mile walk and run, and then followed up by an 8 a.m. We'll have a breakfast on the square served by, it's being coordinated by the Wapella Says Yes organization. It'll be served by their group of volunteers and also staff from the Clinton Police Department. So, in years past, when Celebrate Clinton did that, we provided a free breakfast on the square that was served by the police and fire departments, and we're happy to rejoin that and be able to do that again. 9 a.m. there's an opening ceremony, and then a lot of things throughout the day. The dunk tank is coming back, bicycle decorating and a bicycle parade, a watermelon eating contest. There's going to be music on the square by DJ Michael Morrow. It's just going to be a fun-filled day. And then obviously the fireworks display still being conducted by Celebrate Clinton Association. We thank them and all the donors that make that happen. We'll have the fireworks display on the following evening, July 5th at dusk, just west of Route 51.
The 4th of July festivities are taking place on the square. Thanks again to the efforts of the Clinton American Legion, and the fireworks display will be put on thanks to the fundraising efforts of the Celebrate Clinton Association. And again, fireworks will be Wednesday, July 5th at dusk in Clinton. News streams to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. Get the latest in local news anytime at DeWittDailyNews.com. A look at local sports comes up next here on the morning show. We hear from Clinton basketball coach Vic Binkley about the summer with his team and also his efforts to reach out to the younger kids in Clinton and get them excited about being a Maroon in the future. That and more next in sports.
MR Systems Wireless is your local internet provider for Clinton and surrounding area. They have the products you want and the local service you deserve. MR Systems Wireless Internet service for home or business includes unlimited data, unlimited streaming, and unlimited calling. Plans start at just $48 a month and get a free Roku 4 lease with our media packages. Get the speed you need with MR Systems Wireless. Call them at 935-2100. That's 935-2100 for MR Systems Wireless.
Scott Baum here from Baum Chevrolet Buick in Clinton. Search our big selection of pre-owned cars and trucks by clicking our icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
Dr. Bradley Grant here from Midstate Eye in Clinton. Protect your eyes from UV rays during outdoor activities with prescription or non-prescription sunglasses. Call us for an appointment by clicking our icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
Talk today.
With SRN Sports, I'm Ron DeRockstra. Down to the greens, where Ricky Fowler made a 12-foot birdie putt on the first playoff hole of the Rocket Mortgage Classic, and he outlasted Colin Morikawa and Adam Hadwin. Fowler says he had a quiet moment after that putt went in.
Yeah, I was kind of just still and quiet, and everyone was going crazy around me. So it was a nice moment just to kind of feel like the weight on my shoulders was finally off.
The 34-year-old Fowler got his first PGA Tour win since the 2019 Phoenix Open. Bernhard Langer won the U.S. Senior Open Sunday at Century World, breaking the PGA Tour champion's career victory record, pushing his record as the oldest winner on the 15-over tour to 65 years, 10 months, and 5 days. The German star broke a tie with Hale Irwin. And it was Taylor Gooch winning the LIV golf event in Spain by a stroke over Bryson DeChambeau. This is SRN Sports. Down to the field, and the Orioles beat the Twins 2-1. It was the White Sox beating the A's 8-7 as Jake Berger notched his 18th home run of the season. Mariners beat the Rays 7-6. Braves 6-3 over the Marlins. Brewers 6-3 over the Pirates. That's Milwaukee's third straight series win. Nationals beat the Phillies 5-4. Padres fall to the Reds 4-3. Guardians over the Cubs 8-6. Mets double up the Giants 8-4 Sunday night. It was the Red Sox beating the Blue Jays 5-4 for a 3-game sweep on the road in Toronto. Alex Verdugo with a tie-breaking home run in the ninth. Royals beat the Dodgers 9-1. Cardinals 5-1 over the Yankees. Astros beat the Rangers 5-3. Tigers walloped the Rockies 14-9, their 10th win in the last 17 games. Angels 5-2 over the Diamondbacks. Shohei Ohtani, Mike Trout going deep in the same game for the 30th time. With SRN Sports, I'm Ron DeRockstra.
Time now for a look at sports. I'm Seth Lawrence with this report. June is somewhat the unofficial second season for high school basketball. Clinton High School varsity basketball coach Vic Binkley was very impressed with the dedication and buy-in he got from his team this summer as they did a lot of competing in Central Illinois and lots of workouts.
You know, we want them to be together. We want to build team chemistry. We want to work on their skills, and we want to teach them some things that they can do on their own. Now, I'm pretty lucky because Clinton High School, Mr. Keppel, he brought in Bob Gardner shooting instructors for 2 days. And that is just amazing. And the kids, you know, they got to go and be with a professional shooting instructor for 2 days. He evaluates them. So that's how the summer got started. And then we started having open gyms where we do a lot of skills, a lot of fundamentals. Then we start playing games. And we've been to Jacksonville with the JV and varsity. We've been to Auburn with the JV. We went to Muhammad. We go to the Lincoln League. We've been to the Lincoln tournament. And we're about to finish up. We got one more day of open gym, and then we're done with basketball for the summer.
For the upcoming 23-24 edition of the Clinton Maroons, size will again be limited, so Coach Binkley says a lot of his focus this summer was guarding teams and opponents with size.
Our kids play awfully hard. I'm so proud of them. I don't know if I've ever had a group of kids that play this hard. They shoot the ball well. You know, but some of the things were not real tall. So we did a lot of things this year trying to guard a big kid. You know, how we're going to guard that, how much help are we going to give. So, you know, we kind of went that direction. We did a lot of individual skills, you know, dribbling and shooting off the dribble, trying to get to the rim. But the main thing is, you know, rebounding. You know, because of our size, we tried to do the things that would help us against bigger teams.
Also part of this summer for Coach Binkley was getting the younger kids engaged in basketball and excited to be a Maroons varsity basketball player. So he hosted a week of camps for youth of a wide range of ages and is very excited about what he saw.
We believe in convincing them kids to get out and play basketball, and the best way to do it is have a fun summer camp, and I think we accomplished that. We had 31 young kids at the afternoon section. You know, that's amazing. The interest, and they had fun. We played games with them, but we do a lot of shooting, try to show them how to shoot. We do a lot of fundamentals, and then we let them play some games. We're trying to generate that interest, and that's one of my goals. You know, I don't know how long I'll be at Clinton, but when I leave Clinton, I'm hoping that what I'm teaching them right now will carry on. It's been a great experience for me. We've won a lot of ball games. I never dreamed that we would have won 24 games last year. Our freshmen and JV both won tournaments. And so, you know, it's really been good, but we're trying to teach them younger kids the system. That way, you know, we can keep this thing rolling for years. And that's, it's not about me, it's just about the program. And this year, the varsity, we got to win some championships. You know, we're knocking on the door. We got to the championship game in 3 different tournaments, but we never won. So hopefully this year we're going to win a tournament.
Coach Binkley is very excited about the changes at the high school gym and cannot wait for his athletes to get on it and for the community to see it. Heard on WHOW yesterday, Jake Berger hit his 18th home run, and the White Sox held off the Oakland A's 8-7, avoiding a 3-game sweep.
The White Sox came into the game Sunday hoping to avoid a sweep against the last-place A's, and they showed urgency, jumping out to a 5-0 lead in the third, capped by this Zach Remillard single.
Ground ball left side, dive by the third and short, can't get it. Sox will get 1 and try for 2. There it is. C&I single for Zach Remillard, scores 2 for the Sox, and they lead 5-0.
The A's would certainly threaten several times the rest of the way, but in particular in the 9th, as they cut the lead to 1, the Sox would hold on. It's an off day Monday for the Sox. They get back at home Tuesday against the Blue Jays. Pregame at 6:30 right here on the ESPN 1000 Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
And here, Tuesday's action right here on WHOW as well. Jordan Montgomery beat the Yankees for the second time since they traded him last summer, pitching the St. Louis Cardinals to a 5-1 win over Garrett Cole Sunday that completed a disappointing 3-3 road trip for New York on a day Yankees manager Aaron Boone was ejected for the 5th time this season. Montgomery allowed an unearned run, 2 hits, 3 walks in 6 2/3 innings. He held the Yankees hitless until Gleyber Torres doubled with 2 outs in the 6th. Giovanni Gallegos relieved after Jake Bauer's 2-out RBI single in the 7th and struck out pinch hitter Billy McKinney. Gallegos walked Oswaldo Cabrera on 4 pitches starting the 8th, then retired his next 3. Jordan Hicks allowed a hit and a walk in the 9th, then retired Kyle Higashoka on a ground out to end a 3-hitter. With the Cardinals ahead 2-1, Brendan Donovan hit a 2-run homer in the 7th off Jimmy Cordero. New York split a 6-game trip that began in Oakland against the big league worst A's and ended at the Cardinals, who are last in the NL Central. Cole allowed 2 runs in 5 innings with 2 walks and 5 strikeouts. Jordan Walker and Andrew Kisner each hit run-scoring singles in the 4th. St. Louis added a run in the 8th when Dylan Carlson stole 3rd and continued home when Higashoka's throw bounced down the left field line for an error. Miles Michaelis faces Braxton Garrett Monday night in the opener of a 4-game series in Miami. Josh Naylor hit a 2-run single in the 10th inning as the Cleveland Guardians regrouped to beat the Chicago Cubs 8-6 Sunday after Emmanuel Clace blew a 4-run lead in the 9th. Aaron Cavalli pitched 3-hit ball over 6 innings after the start of the game was delayed nearly 2 hours by rain. Andres Jimenez homered in the 3rd and scored the go-ahead run in the 10th. Jimenez opened the inning as the automatic runner on second base and moved up on Ahmed Rosario single. A ground out by Jose Ramirez left runners on second and third before Naylor drove them in with a single up the middle against Adbert Alzolay to put Cleveland on top 8-6. Sam Hentges retired all 3 batters in the bottom half, sending the Cubs to their 6th loss in 7 games. Cleveland had a 6-1 lead in the 8th before Christopher Morel hit a solo homer for Chicago off Trevor Stephan. Drew Smyly tries to bounce back from one of his worst starts this season as the Cubs open a 4-game series Monday afternoon in Milwaukee. Smyly lasted just 3 2/3 innings and matched a season high by allowing 7 runs and 9 hits in Wednesday's loss to Philly. Julio Teheran gets the ball for the Brewers. Shane Van Gisbergen won his first Cup Series on a rainy Sunday in downtown Chicago, chasing down Justin Haley and Chase Elliott in a memorable finish to the series' first street race. After passing Elliott, Van Gisbergen dueled with Haley in the final laps before the 3-time Supercars champ moved in for good. Haley held on for second. Elliott finished third. The 34-year-old is a New Zealand native and became the first driver to win his Cup Series debut since Johnny Rutherford in the second qualifying race at Daytona in 1963. He got a chance to drive the number 91 Chevrolet in Chicago as a part of Trackhouse Racing's Project 91. Trackhouse is owned by Justin Marks, and the goal for the project is to give international drivers a shot at NASCAR. Kyle Larson finished 4th in Chicago, followed by Kyle Busch and Austin Cindric. Christopher Bell won the 2 stages and led a race-high 37 laps, but faded to 18th. The race was scheduled for 100 laps and 220 miles, but it was shortened because of fading sunlight after the start was delayed more than 90 minutes because of a historical rainfall that flooded the course. The last half of the Xfinity race on Saturday was suspended because of lightning and ultimately canceled. There was a massive pileup on the 50th lap that involved 14 cars turning on East Jackson Drive from Michigan Avenue, clogging the course and almost assuredly drawing a smile from regular Chicago drivers familiar with the area. The series heads to Atlanta next weekend. Chicago Bears quarterback Justin Fields got a closer look at NASCAR Sunday as he served as the Grand Marshal for the Cup Series' first street course race and was impressed. Fields gave the command for drivers to start their engines from the press center after the start of the race was delayed by a historic rain that flooded the downtown Chicago course. The last half of the Xfinity race was set to resume after it was suspended Saturday because of lightning, but was canceled. The 24-year-old Fields, a Georgia native, got a chance to meet a couple drivers as the Grand Marshal, including Bubba Wallace, driver of 2311's number 23. Wallace's team is owned by Denny Hamlin and former Bulls star Michael Jordan. Fields is heading into his 3rd NFL season after he was selected by the Bears with the 11th pick in the 2021 draft. Get sports anytime from your computer or mobile device at DeWittDailyNews.com.
I'm Len Casper, the voice of the White Sox Radio Network. Follow the Sox across central Illinois on the Big 1520 WHOW.
Sponsored by Baum Chevy Buick, Clinton Community YMCA, Covenant Animal Clinic, Jason France, your State Farm insurance agent, Midstate Eye, and Nan Krang with Remax Choice, the 217 home team, all in Clinton.
Do you know what to do when a car is pulled over on the side of the road?
Get over!
First, reduce your speed. Second, change lanes if possible. Third, proceed with caution. These